Hello everybody, here is Doğan Roşye. Here is lesson 3 of Balkar language. And today we're going to talk about personal pronouns, present simple tense, verbs, and sentence structure. So here are personal pronouns. Note that all the underlined vowels are stressed, like it is here. So I'm just going to read it through. Min, sen, ol, biz, siz, ala. So note also that you don't normally use personal pronouns unless you want to accentuate them in the whole sentence. So the principle here is just nearly the same as it is in Spanish, I would say. So next thing we're going to talk about is present simple tense. We're going to talk about verbs. So verbs in Balkar are normally conjugated and have different forms. The verbs can be classified according to their endings. The infinitive form of any verb ends in rga, rge. These endings are usually stressed. So I'm reading this again. Barırga, aşarga, alırga, sorurga, işlerge, gelirge, keterge, söyleşirge, verirge, içerge. So note that forms given in brackets in blue are used whenever you start to conjugate the verb. So for conjugation any further, you're going to use these forms, the stem of the verbs here. So, and note that the last syllable in any verb stem tends to vary whenever you start to conjugate it. You see that. So, unlike English, Balkar does not always distinguish between I do and I'm doing. We are going to talk about present simple tense, I do. However, sometimes it can be also translated like I'm doing. The verbs ending in rga, like aşarga, alırga, have the following personal verb endings whenever conjugated. These ones: ma, sa, d, bız, siz, dila. So the given verb endings are never stressed. In order to conjugate a verb, you will need to take a stem of verb given above next to the infinitive forms of the verb in blue, like the previous page, and add personal verb endings. So let's take as an example the verb aşarga. So you just take a stem here, aşay, and add the personal endings here, above mentioned ones. So aşayma, aşaysa, aşaydı, aşaybız, aşaysız, aşaydılar. So the translation, you can follow it here. So add some more examples of that. Men aşayma, sen alasa, ol baradı, biz sorabız. So the verb endings in rge, which is the second type, we talk about like işlerge, gelirge, have the following personal verb endings whenever conjugated. Me, se, de, biz, siz, dile. The given verb endings are never stressed. So here is an example of that. I'm going to take the verb işlerge. So again, you take stem and you're going to put personal verb endings here. İşleyme, işleyse, işleydi, işleybiz, işleysiz, işleydile. So examples for that. Men işleyme, sen ketese, siz söyleşesiz, ala veredile. So here is the third part, sentence structure. We're going to talk about declarative sentence. So how to build up a sentence in Balkar? You'll have to follow the next scheme. So personal pronoun, or it can be a noun, like min, sin. Second one is additional information. So it's something answering the question what, when, where, why it is happening, or it can be something related to objective case. So the third one is conjugated verb, like barama, gelese, and so on. So some useful words and expressions in Balkar. I think you're gonna need them. So ishke barırga, su, çay içerge, uyge kelirge, Davça, Orusça söyleşirge, manda, alayda. The words like ishke, su, çay, uyge, Davça, Orusça, manda, alayda used in these expressions are considered as additional information. You remember the scheme before? So here is all about that. So additional information part of the sentence and have the second place in the word order, as I said. So min işe barama, sen su içesem, ol Davça söyleşerim. It's like examples. So and now time to have some practice. Please look at these sentences, all of them, and try to translate them into Balkar. Ideally, write them all down. Now I would suggest you to stop this video while you're translating, and once you're finished, you can check your answers, which are in the next section of our video. So here we are, right answers. So please check them. You can compare if there is something wrong you've done. So, and if you have some questions, you can watch this video one time. So hopefully all was okay with you, and you didn't have many questions about this video or something you didn't understand. Alright guys, see you next time.